Introverted comic book animator Jay van Niekerk, who has his life meticulously planned. On the verge of great success with his career as an emerging star in the comic world, life finally catches up to him and brings him to a crossroads in his life. Well, that's a new South African Afrikaans film titled Eintlik Nogal Baie, based on the screenplay Ali by Jarrod de Jong. Well, according to de Jong, the storyline is loaded with a good balance of romance, which you saw there, charisma as well. To tell us more, we're joined by one of the actors. You saw him there in Eintlik Nogal Baie, Ashmund Martin. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thanks
for
having
you know
me.
what we just saw, Sam and I were talking as well, that movie is worth seeing. In short, what is it about? Briefly, what is this film about?
I don't want to give away because I want people to go and watch it.
Yeah.
But, it's about Jay. As you mentioned, he's this comic guy. He's got this magazine going on and all of that. But he meets this girl, and then there's all sorts of interesting adventures that take place. Just that's all I can give you. That's all I can give to you.
Tell us about your character.
So my character, I portray the character of Burger Mashego, and he is Jay's best friend. But he's a interesting character because he's in marketing. He's got a weird sense of dressing, very eccentric, but he's the quintessential wingman. That's what he is. He's really great. He's really cool.
Talk to us about working with this cast. What does it all feel like being in this cast?
I will tell you, the first day on set, it was quite a daunting experience because these are all actors who've been in the industry and they're very well in their job. So it was quite a daunting experience. But let me tell you, they were such a great team. They were so amazing. I mean, it was like family to me. Very helpful because, I'm still new in the industry. So they were really there every second of the moment, being there with me at the scenes, encouraging me, making sure that, we give the story to South Africa. And I can definitely say with confidence that it is something that every South African would love. But there's a lot of interesting things happening. So
let's talk about that. What is the message behind this film?
Well, the message is, throughout the film, it's all about love. It's all about love, and I find myself in that position where we're currently in a space where there's not a lot of love going around, especially in South Africa with all the drama that's going around. But it's a message about love, but also the drama, the suspense. It's something new for South African television, and especially the Afrikaans market. So there's interesting things happening, and I urge every South African to go and watch. Please take the tissues because you're going to cry. You're definitely going to cry, but please take the tissues with you.
And why does this concept sort of work, though? Usually there's rom-coms and then there's drama, and then but somehow they've put these genres together and somehow they work.
They work. You know what? We've been waiting, as South Africans, we've been waiting for that. We're used to the international market type of films and all of that. But this is, in actual fact, particularly this film, it's new. Because we usually just do the normal rom-com, they fall in love and it's a happy ending. But this time around, there's really interesting things. Drama, suspense, action, a lot of action and a lot of comedy as well. You're going to laugh a lot. So, but it works quite well. And talking about international market, we've just shown in Brussels as well at one of the film festivals there. In actual fact, we're taking it now to the Latin American audience. So I'm going to speak Spanish now.
What were the highlights for you of being part of this film?
You know what? Just being part of the team. Like I mentioned earlier on, such a great cast, well-seasoned actors. I think that in itself speaks volumes. It's people who've been in the industry, they know what they're doing, and also the directors and the producers. This was the highlight for me, and I think the film will really do well because it's the synergy between these different actors, different characters, different people with their stories that they're telling. it's going to be fantastic.
And working with Jarrod, tell us a little bit about that. And, you know, Jacques Brandt in the director's chair. Tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, Jarrod is such a great person. You know, I remember the day when I went for my audition. It was something else. I remember I was dressed as the character. I knew my lines. I was ready. Walked in. He looked at me in amazement. And he said to me, I'm paraphrasing right now, but he looked at me and he said, you know what, we've been looking for this character for so long. And you just walked in. And it was such an overwhelming experience. But, you know, so caring, you know, the script, I mean, the story. This is his story, you know, that he was telling. And what a beautiful story about, you know, this alley, this play that he's been writing for years now. And finally, he gets all of these characters, or the cast rather, together to do this fantastic movie. What a great guy.
Yeah, and you opened on Friday. How was that?
Opened on Friday. I mean, the response on social media was overwhelming, you know, even in newspapers, magazines, everyone is loving it. So thank you, South Africa. But I urge everyone still to go and watch the movie. It's literally for each and everyone. Oma Gerda, you know, Uncle Karel, wherever you are, go and watch it. It's really cool.
All right. Ashman, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, talking to us about, he's one of the actors there in a new Afrikaans film titled Eintlik Nogal Baie, which opened at cinemas on Friday. The film cast includes well-known and popular names such as Andre Lotter and Marissa Dumont. All right.